Hello everyone, welcome to Edu Plus Leisure YouTube channel. So today I am looking forward to talk about how to study biology, which is one of the subject in the advanced level biological science stream. But before that, I would like to share a very exciting news with my YouTube family that I finally received my A-level results. So let me show you. So this is the results I got. I had 3 A's with district rank 41, Island 159 with Z code 2.4640. So excited about the results I received. So now it is my duty to motivate you, give you tips how to plan your A-level studies and get selected to medicine or any other course you prefer to follow in the future. So today mainly I am focusing on the subject biology. So when we take A-level biological science streams, we have 3 subjects we have to choose to get selected for the medicine, that is biology, physics and chemistry. Those are the main 3 subjects we have to do. Among that, biology plays a main part in the science stream because it's actually difficult, because memorization come to the main part in biology. But it's not only memorizing, you need the writing skill, understanding the theory well, and how to tackle with MCQ questions, essay questions. So we're going to talk all about biology today. So let's move forward. How to study biology with Edu Plus Leisure. Okay. So the first thing I wanted to discuss is the A-level biology syllabus. So moving forward, like whatever the subject you wanted to study, you should have a thorough knowledge on the syllabus, like how many lessons you have to cover and how many time you have to spend in covering each lessons. So when we take the A-level biology syllabus, we have 10 units. Here you can see I have put the list. So it starts from the lesson Introduction to Biology, that's a very small unit. Then unit 3 it goes until unit 10, which is the Applied Biology. Among this, when you take the biggest unit is actually the unit 5, that is the Animal Form and Function. That is the biggest unit, which will continue I guess until the grade 12 third term. Yes. So you can see the number of period allocated for each type of lesson, each type of unit. So by this number of period, you can get a clear idea like how much time you have to spend in learning the theory of a particular unit. Now you know unit 5 is the biggest unit. It will obviously consume a lot of time to cover that particular unit, but you can see there are like applied biology, microbiology, those are small units. Especially the last 3 units are small units. You can even read and understand very simple units, but first 5 units is very important. You will know it when I say about the paper structure, why the first 5 units is important. So I hope now you got a clear knowledge on what is the A-level biology syllabus. So now you have to understand you have unit 10. Okay, you have 10 units to be covered for the A-level biology syllabus, and each unit you know how much it is important. There's MCQs from every unit, there's structure questions from every unit, even there are essay questions from every unit. So each unit is important for you to go for a very successful result, but you can at least go for a B by studying only the first 5 units, because that much important is the first 5 units. I will explain its importance more further with the paper structure also. So now I hope you're clear with the A-level biology syllabus overview. So let's move on to the second topic where I wanted to discuss is the A-level biology paper structure. So you have 2 papers, that is paper 1 and paper 2, or we can simply say part 1 and part 2. Part 1 consists of 50 compulsory MCQs where you have to complete it within 2 hours, and that paper will be a separate exam you have in a particular day, and paper 2 you have in a separate day. So you are given only 2 hours to complete this 50 MCQ, and you can mark the answer in your exam paper, and the final answer has to be marked in that MCQ sheet. You have to cross the correct answer. So when we say about the MCQ, that's the toughest. In A-level, MCQ is the toughest when I say in the science stream, because it's carrying 50 marks for your paper. Each MCQ carries 1 mark. So imagine if you get 35 MCQs correct, you have a S mark. S pass just only by the correct of 35 MCQs. Therefore, you can understand how important is the MCQs in the biology, physics, chemistry, all these subjects. MCQs are important. So you have to understand there are 50 MCQs. So it will consist MCQs from all units, okay, all 10 units, and last 10 will be a ABC type question, but other all are multiple choice questions. Even the last 10 is multiple choice, but it's a question in a bit different way. Alright, so that's about the paper 1 where you are having 50 MCQs. So when I say about the paper 2 has two parts, that is part A and part B. Part A consists of 4 structured essay questions where you have to compulsorily answer all 4 questions. Okay, so it is starting from the unit 1 to unit 10, structured wise the question is continuing in order with the lessons you have in your syllabus. So so each structure question if you take, that is carrying 100 marks. Okay, so 100 into 4, you are having 400 marks. Actually the paper 2 is made for 1000 marks. It's made for 1000 marks. So among that, structured questions consist of 400 marks where each structure question will be having 100 marks. And this structure paper is the very crucial part of the biology paper, because you have to exactly answer as in the resource book. The terms you cannot change. The exact scientific terms has to be used when you are answering the structured essay question. Otherwise you will be ending up losing marks. So if they ask 2 examples, just write only 2. Just be precise when you are answering with the structure paper. That's very, very important, because it consists of 400 marks in your final. The paper 2 out of 1000. Paper 2 part B consists of essay questions. Okay, essay questions there will be around 6. Okay, there's around 6 and you have to answer only 4 essay questions. So each essay question is carrying 150 marks. That means in the marking scheme you are having points. Now when we say explain the plasma membrane, so everything is as points, around 30 to 35 points, which will be multiplied by 4 something and come into 150. So total essay marks is 150. So in this, when you take, what I said is this essay question, the first essay is usually from the unit 2. Sometimes unit 7 replication or transcription first they can add. They added it in the 2024 paper. Then 6th question is from the plant lesson, okay, plant form and function, the 6th essay. The 7th usually from the animal form and function, unit 5, you will have 2 essays. So 7 and 8 are from the unit 5. You have 2 essays from the unit 5 lesson. Then 9 will be consisting of mostly environmental biology, or sometimes unit 3 also can be added to that. Then question number 10 will be including the microbiology and applied biology part. Okay, so this is how the essay questions are continuing. So if you take the first 4 essays, it's from the first 5 units. Essay number 5, 6, 7, 8 are usually from the first 5 units. So if you study the first 5 units thoroughly, even you can answer very well the essay questions. And essay questions are not as far as strict as the structure questions. If you have included the point, you can even add extra points, but you will get marks only for the points included in the marking scheme. But you are a bit free in answering the essay questions. So now you would have understood the importance of the first 5 units, because you have compulsory essays. Alright, so I hope now you are clear with the biology paper structure. So paper 1 has 50 marks. Then paper 2, 4 structured essay question is 400 marks. Then you have the essay questions you have to answer 4, then it's totally 600. 600 plus 400 is 1000. Then 1000 will be divided by 20. Okay, then you will get paper 2 also out of 50. Then that will be added with the paper 1 and your total marks will be finalized. Okay, so I hope you are clear with the syllabus overview, also with the paper structure. Now let's see how to plan our biology study. So the third point I want you to consider is how well should you cover the syllabus on time. Now you know there are unit 10. Okay, there are 10 units in the biology you have to cover before the exam. So when I take my part, I cover the biology syllabus around 7 months before the exam. My tutor was so good. So 7 months before the exam, we covered the biology syllabus, and it gave me plenty of time to prepare for the paper, because before 7 months of the final exam, my biology theory class was over. So in that I got extra time to study, because a lot of people are wasting time for the classes. No, usually for the tuition classes they are wasting a lot of time traveling. So biology, if I take, I went online class only. Even the paper class I went online. I never went physical classes for biology. Solely biology I studied by myself. More self study was included in my biology results. So I joined online classes, and I never went physical classes. So I didn't even go paper classes physical. Maybe I went for 1 month and then I stopped, because I felt it as a waste of time. Because I was wasting time in traveling, and I was tired when I returned home. Therefore online classes were very much efficient for me in the second year. So I covered the syllabus 7 months before the final exam, 7 to 8 months before the final exam. That bought me ample of time to prepare for biology, because I was not wasting time in the last few months. I was not going for theory classes. I went only the paper class. Then I had lot of time to study. So covering the syllabus early is the best option for your A-level study plan. Okay, but you should not just cover it just in the name of covering. You have to cover it with the best tutor in the best way. You have to cover the syllabus. Then only you can say that you have covered the syllabus. Just reading notes or writing notes doesn't mean that you cover the syllabus. So you have to cover the syllabus on point. So when we take on, I know majority of there are private candidates also, but majority of you are attending school. So usually your term exams will help you to always keep your track on biology, because biology is a subject we don't study always. When there's an exam close by, only like 2 weeks before the exam we will start studying, because you can't keep memorizing things for months. You will definitely forget it. So term exams are helping for us a lot to study biology, and often we will be getting exams, right? So 4 months by 4 months you are getting term exams. So take the term exams also as a challenge, and try to cover the each term syllabus on time. So each term if you are covering the syllabus, then finally you won't be like ending up without covering the syllabus and bringing any unnecessary stresses. So covering the syllabus on time is the best option for biology, so because you will get more time to study. So I hope you are clear with the third fact. Also I am moving forward. This is the most important part, how to plan your study. So let's see how can you plan your biology study. Now when you take the first year, you work a bit less, but second year we have to work a bit more, because it's very close to our exams. So first point I want to come is start reading the lessons very often. So that is something I practiced from the very early stages of my A-level studies. I used to always read the biology lessons very often, like unit 2, unit 3, unit 4. Like daily morning I will plan, okay, today I am reading this part of the lesson, and I would read it. So I would continue it daily, especially when I am traveling to school. In the school bus also I used to read the biology lessons and only come to school. And at school mostly we used to study physics and chemistry, because biology it's difficult to study. Anyway, biology at home you can study peacefully. So always read the lessons often. So the more and more you read, the mind, it goes to the mind very well, so that it's when you are starting to memorize, it's very easy, because you have already read that part and your brain knows that. So when you start memorizing it quickly, you can memorize. That is a plus point of reading the lessons very often. It's making you to memorize very quickly. So I want you to start reading the lessons very often, break down the units for particular days and start reading the lessons, and repeatedly read the lessons very often. That's very important for you. It's making you to memorize very easily. Next, second fact I want you to consider is the gradually manage your time to write at least one essay per week. There are essay questions, right? You have to write it a lot. No, you have to write around 40 to 38 points per essay. So that means the content of essay is not a small thing, it's actually a big thing. So from the first year itself you have to try to write at least one essay per week. You have to write. That means today morning you choose a essay topic. Let's say from unit 2 you are choosing to write from light reaction of photosynthesis, let's say. Then you choose that topic in the morning, and morning time you can study it, or you can study it in the evening time, memorize it. Then after, don't write it at once you memorize, because then you will anyway write it. So let go 2 to 3 hours. and then at night you write the essay. Then you can itself check your essay. Okay, no need to put marks even. You can itself check whether all the points are included using the biology resource book. Okay, so first year you can write at least one essay per week, but when you come to the second year it should double. At least 2 essays you have to write per week. Okay, you have to gradually increase your time, and you should always write an essay within 30 minutes. Keep a time and definitely you can write it. Time is not at all becoming an issue for the part 2 paper of the biology. You can definitely do it. Okay, then yes, so that's the second point I want you to consider. Next one is third one, answer at least 50 MCQ per week. Per week you can answer at least 50 MCQ. You can double this count in the second year. Okay, first year you can start with 50 MCQ per week. So when you are choosing 50 MCQ, you have to choose a good paper. You know, there are good school papers. I of course did lot of school model papers for biology. It helped me really a lot to improve my MCQ marks. Actually I had 49 out of 50 for the A-level biology MCQ, only just one mistake. Okay, so school papers are very important, because past papers you have only a few, because you can do past papers only from 2019, because that's our syllabus. You have few past papers, not few, like you have acquired around 5 to 6, but still do lot of school papers, FWC, Royal College, provincial papers. So you choose a good paper, and with the marking scheme only you have to choose, because MCQ we can't do without a marking scheme. You can't end up finding the answer for every MCQ in the textbook. So choose a paper with a marking scheme, and then at least per week you do 50 MCQ and check yourselves, because when you are doing MCQs you study a lot of points you didn't understand in the theory also you will study because of MCQs. MCQs is a turning point for understanding biology, so definitely you have to do it. Then fourth one, so list down the possible essays from each lesson and answer them often. Now when you take unit 2, let's say you have the cellular respiration, organelles, photosynthesis, list out all the possible essay questions they can ask from that lesson, and you start answering them each week. Even you can start answering them. Okay, when you take unit 3 also you can list down the essays. Unit 4, because first 5 units are very important, you know, there are compulsory essays. Okay, so studying only first 5 units also you can prepare for the exam, but that's a bit risk. What if they include the other lessons? No, so because for the 20 hour paper also, for the first question it's not only unit 2, unit 7 transcription part also was added. That was totally unexpected. So but still you can definitely, you have to study the first 5 units for essay. You can go for a definitely you can go for an A if you have good mark in the MCQ also. The next important thing I want to say, be consistent with your work. So this everything will be pointless if you are not continuing. Now this week you do 50 MCQ and you just answered one essay, and if you are not continuing it, then what happens? You are not, you won't get your expected results. Now see, if you are doing 50 MCQ per week, for a month you are doing 200 MCQs. That's a great achievement, right? How much of things you will be learning. So be consistent and continue this plan of your study, then only you can reap the best results. Now let's see how to study biology in the last 5 months of the final exam. So we have to see how to plan our studies for especially biology when we are very close to the exam, because you have to keep revising the stuffs, keep memorizing, because it's very close to the exam. You have to remember all the points in the particular essays you are preparing for, right? So let me tell you my plan. So what I did in the last 5 months is, now I planned that for the first 5 units only I am memorizing for an essay, and usually there are a lot of target questions for biology, and usually they actually appear in the exams also. So definitely you will experience this in your final year. So targets also we were very well preparing for them. So I studied for the first 5 units, and also I studied prepared for the essay questions for the environmental biology also, because can't take risk in the exam. Yeah, so what I want to say is, I used to write essays a lot, in especially the last 3 months of the last 3 months before the exam. I wrote a lot of biology essays, and I repeatedly wrote them, because I was so scared that I will miss even one point when I'm writing them for the final exam also. Especially the 5th unit only I was repeatedly writing the answers. Like now 5th unit if you take, there are systems, like digestive system, respiratory system, reproductive system. Likewise, lot of systems are there. So each system I listed down the all possible essays. Digestive system I listed down the possible essays. Respiratory system I listed down all possible essays what they can ask, and I wrote them. So especially unit 5 only I was writing often very close to my exam, because 2 essays are possible now in the unit 5. So therefore it's like 300 full solid marks, right? 300 marks for the essay. Therefore, likewise, you have to plan your study. Like if you feel unit 5 is very difficult to memorize, then you can go for the other units, the last 3 units or the last 4 units. So you have to identify your potential, and you have to work smarter, actually, not harder. Actually, a lot of people say biology is memorizing. It's true, it's memorizing, but you can make that memorizing way more efficient if you are writing essays often. Actually, writing helped me a lot in improving my biology essay marks, because when you write, you remember. Just reading the book and memorizing only will not work. You have to finally write it also, then it is fixed in your mind. So I hope a lot of things has motivated to you. So finally what I wanted to say is, be consistent and dedicated towards your goal. So whatever the thing, like now you might be motivated with this, and today you will work and today you will plan everything, but next day if you are again spending your time, wasting the time without proper plan, if you are wasting time, that's useless. Therefore always be consistent, dedicated towards your goal. So you just you keep in your mind that definitely I'm taking an A for biology, and that thing should motivate you daily to study. Okay, so always keep a goal that definitely I'll obtain 3 years, definitely I'll go medicine, or for any other course you want to follow. So keep a goal in your mind, because keeping a goal will definitely motivate you daily to work harder and achieve the best. So thank you so much for watching our videos. Yeah.